I don't know how a little kid could trick me and make me do what I'm doing with him. I have been married for 6 years. I have a 2-year-old daughter. My husband passed away 2 years into our marriage, so I am currently a widow. I'm widow. We were living in a normal building, a regular residential tower. About 4 years ago, a new doorman came with his son, but the doorman's wife was deceased. His son was young, about 10 years old. Honestly, I felt sorry for him. Sometimes I would give him money, and at times when I cooked nice food, I would give him some. I currently work to support my daughter and so on, even though many people have proposed to me. But honestly, I've closed myself off to the idea of marriage. I said I wouldn't get married. Even though I'm still young, I am 30 years old now. But honestly, there is no one suitable. I've mentally moved on from that. Anyway, to sum it up, I kept feeling sorry for that 10-year-old boy. I started caring for him, and since he didn't have, I took on that role. When I need something, of course, I ask for him, and he's the one who brings it to me. Well, I go to work and come back late. So this boy was like my right-hand man, or rather, he is my right-hand man now. Anything I need, I would call his father and have him send him to me. And recently, I got him a small phone and a SIM card so that as soon as I need him, he can come right away. Well, what happened is that the little boy I used to feel sorry for in these last 4 years, I started strange things about him. And first of all, the boy has become taller than me. His body looks, a young man, say 20 years old. I mean, they are from Upper Egypt and all, and all. And the boy's body looks like that of a grown man. He is about 16 years old now. I mean, when I first knew him 6 years ago, we got very used to each other together. His body changed in a way I hadn't imagined. Honestly. Anyway, the strange thing is that I started noticing that when I ask him for something, for instance, and he is carrying bags or something, he used to leave them at my apartment door, for example, and he wouldn't come in. But now I find that he keeps holding on to the bag. He keeps holding the bag so that I would take it from him and my hands would touch his. He has repeated this move more than once, and I began to notice that he does it on purpose. Honestly, I am living alone, of course, and I've thought about this situation a lot. He actually did something with me. I don't even know how it happened. But what happened was one day my satellite dish was having a problem and the channels weren't working at all. So I called him to see if he knew anyone to check. What was wrong with the dish? He told me, no, I know how to fix them. I used to work with someone and I'll come up and take a look at it for you. I told him, okay, fine. He went up. About 15 minutes later, he came back down. He told me, I'm going to fix something on your TV. So honestly, I was sitting there in my regular house clothes because, like I told you, I'm the one who practically raised this boy. My clothes, I was wearing something short above the knee. It was normal. I wasn't thinking of anything at all. My hair was loose and all that. And I felt like this boy was looking at everything on me. He kept looking at me so intently. I felt his gazes toward me had changed. I felt the boy wasn't acting normal. I felt like he was like you could say, turned on. You know what I mean? I felt he was hot. So I asked him if something was wrong. No, there's nothing. He went over to the TV and kept doing a few things. Then he told me, hey, let me ask you something. Is there anyone here? I said, what's wrong, son? What do you mean, is there anyone here? You say, no, there's no one here at all. He said, well, can I ask you for a favor? But don't tell anyone. I asked, what favor? He said, honestly, I'm shy. I said, shy? What are you shy about? He said, I want something, but I don't know if it's right or wrong. I don't know what to do. And I'm scared of you. I said, scared of me? I said, go ahead. He said, no, never mind. It won't work. And I felt that he really wanted to do something with me. So I told him, look, I won't tell you no. You want to say something or do something? He said, honestly, I want to do something. I said, look, I'll tell you something nice. He said, what is it? I told him, I'll turn off the room lights and I'll close my eyes and do whatever you want. I don't know how I said that to him. I don't know what happened to me at that moment that made me say that. As soon as I said that, I felt his heart beating so hard. And mine too. And I actually went and turned off the room lights. My daughter was sleeping inside in the other room. The atmosphere was very quiet. There was no one here but him and me. I turned off the light and stood in the middle of the room. And I told him, I'm going to close my eyes. I closed my eyes right then. And the boy started doing things. I couldn't believe that someone at that age could do that. I felt like he was a 30-year-old man or something. I don't know where he learned those things or where he saw them. Alice, honestly, from everything the boy was doing, I was so overwhelmed. I really was. And I found myself wanting him. I wanted him in any way possible, by any means. He actually made me spend a time. That was one of the happiest times of my life. And what happened is that really something happened between me and the boy. He is not little at all. I mean, when he did that with me, no, I felt like I was with someone who understands my feelings. Someone who does it with love, intensity, and deep. And I grew to love his presence, and I loved what he does. I loved everything about him. I am currently, let's say, we've been at this for almost a year now. Of course, his father doesn't know anything, and no one knows anything. I started coming back from work, for instance, and his father knew he was running errands for me and leaving again. I'd call him, he'd tell his dad, I'm going to get some things for such and such lady. He brings me the things and I let him leave again, so no one suspects anything. About an hour or so later, his father already knows the boy is out in the streets a lot, so sometimes when he is with me, his father calls and he tells him, I'm at the cafe. I'm out and I'll be back in an hour. So it's fine. His father lets him. I mean, he doesn't really ask about him. So every 2 or 3 days, I call him to come over. And the boy is incredibly happy to the point that he tells me he's not going to get married. I mean, he tells me he won't get married. and that he's happy with me and doesn't need anything else. And honestly, I feel bad for the boy. He's not in school right now. For example, he dropped out after middle school and such, so the boy has nothing else to do. But I'm happy with him. I'm happy with what he does. There were many things I was deprived of, and he started to compensate me for them. Disabled. I am 30 years old, and he is now. He must be around 18 or so. But no, the difference, sometimes when I'm with him, I can handle it. I really can handle him. The boy is from Upper Egypt and all, and I'm not. I really can't. I just can't. Sometimes I tell him, that's it, I get up and leave. I really can't go on with him. So this is something I never imagined one day that this would happen. I've always been raised in a normal family and all, and this never happened with anyone at all before marriage. But after my husband passed away, I started to feel like I needed someone in my life. My life is incomplete. I say I wish I had married one of those who proposed to me, but I wouldn't have been at peace psychologically. I'm doing this because, what can I say? It's a need, just a need. Nothing more. But I can't get married and have someone I'm responsible to who would keep controlling me and such. So honestly, I prefer to keep living on my own like this. And as long as I'm happy and comfortable, I don't need anything else. But what I'm worried about is that the doorman, for example, might leave with his son, or anything happens that makes this boy stay away from me. So I really don't know what to do. I don't even know myself. I'm thinking about getting married. Sometimes my conscience keeps telling me that this isn't right. So I've thought a lot about getting married, but I want to marry someone who's right for me. Someone to love me. Someone who understands me. Someone who is a real man to me. That's what I'm hoping for. I hope you'll pray for me that God honors me. And I really don't want to do anything wrong, I swear. So pray that God blesses me with someone who will protect me and love me.